I'm John DeVella, and this is your Classic Rock Update. And this week, we start with the Rolling Stones. Believe it or not, they're planning on going out for their 50th anniversary tour. Hey, more power to them, but people are actually battling to get the tour. AEG Live and Live Nation are both bidding on it, along with other people. We could see this tour by the end of next year. They plan on going out for a couple of years. The last time they went out on the road, 2005, 2006, with the Bigger Bang Tour, the largest tour in tour history. Nearly $600 million on that 1-2-year tour. It's hard to believe, but Farm Aid 25 was just announced.
Originally, 24 years ago, when us three guys first did the first Farm Aid, I don't think any of us knew what kind of kettle of worms we were opening up, because, you know, we were just guys singing in a band.
The show will be held on October 2nd at Milwaukee's Miller Park. On the bill this year, John Mellencamp and Willie Nelson, of course, Neil Young and Dave Matthews, along with a host of others. Tickets are already on sale for Farm Aid members, and as of this coming Friday, they're on sale for the general public. Are you a fan of Glee? Paul McCartney is, so much so he wants them to use his music. He actually sent Ryan Murphy, the co-creator of the show, a mixtape, and when Ryan opened it up, there was a note that said, "Hey, I really like the show and I would love you to use some of my music." And he thought it was being punked. He says, "This can't be for real." On previous episodes of Glee, they've used music from the Rolling Stones, John Lennon, U2, REO Speedwagon, and a host of others, so why not Paul McCartney? At least that's what Paul's thinking. The Black Crowes have released Crowology, a compilation of some of their deeper tracks, acoustic mixes, a double CD that they've recently put on the market while they're on what is their final tour for a while. They have announced that they're going on hiatus, but if you go to their website, theblackcrowes.com, you'll find a daily update from Chris Robinson. Each day, another video like the one you're about to see that gives a little bit of an explanation of, well, the band's history.
If I remember correctly, I was like crawling around on the stage with a big knife, stabbing it into the stage. I don't know what we were doing. But I guess the drummer for Aerosmith watched the opening of our set and immediately went back and contacted their management and had us fired. I think it's just typical of what the Black Crowes were and what we were going to be.
You'll see their highlights, their lowlights, and everything in between. Chris is putting up a new one each and every day throughout the month of August. And the tour continues. The Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys tour will continue until December, where they'll do 6 nights at the Fillmore West.
We're playing as fans. We're in the moment right there. You're not just that moment and that age. You're every age you've been.
Behind the man,
Everything you've ever learned, everything you've ever experienced goes into that show.
Billy Joel's upcoming premiere of Last Play at Shea, his concert documentary, will be shown at Citi Field, the Mets' new stadium, on August 21st. This will be the biggest film showing outdoors since July 4th, 1919. Last Play at Shea features highlights from the 2-night concert along with highlights of the Mets' history in that building. Joining him on the concert are Paul McCartney, Roger Daltrey, Tony Bennett, and Steven Tyler. And speaking of Steven Tyler, oh, you're not gonna believe this. You've probably heard by now that Steven Tyler was approached to be a judge on American Idol. It seems he sort of confirmed the fact out in Vegas last week when TMZ picked him up saying, "What do you think? Should I do it? I think I'm gonna do it. Yep, I'm gonna do it." Well, guess who has something to say about that? Joe Perry. Joe Perry is really ticked. Joe Perry told the Boston Herald, and I'm quoting, "I found out about this like the rest of the world, on the internet. I mean, this is no small thing. After working with me for 40 years, couldn't he tell me about this? We're told it's a done deal if Steven is committed to a TV show that kind of affects the rest of us. We like to plan our lives, you know, Steven." Well, that's where that stands. It seems the war is starting again. And that ends this week's Classic Rock Update. We'll have another one for you next Monday morning. Until then, I'll see you on the radio. Classic Rock 102.9 MGK. Grr.